rebound rims out. Bogdanovich grabbing his knee as he went down on the ankle breaker.
When it comes to half-court offense of anybody in the league, and a lot of that has to do with their chemistry.
Paul George challenges Gobert, and it comes off the rim. Rebound kept alive. Break opportunity for the Clippers. Leonard to the corner. Paul George can't hit the three.
Because defensively, they've been solid here as well.
They made an NBA record 16.7 threes per game this season. Paul George, no good. That was after 21 misses. George can't answer. George strokes it.
Still enough time for the Clippers. You get this one kind of to a two-possession game. You put the pressure on your defense.
6 for 15, 5 for 15, and 4 for 17. These are the shot attempts and makes of Paul George in his last 3 playoff games. With all that has happened to Paul George over the course of a year, you would think that he would come out in these playoffs and perform out of his mind. But he has far from done that. On the defensive end, he has been what he is expected to be. He has put great effort on the defensive end, but his shooting ability has not been well in these playoffs. And from the Mavs series, I also noticed that he was a lot more passive than he usually is. And more times than not, when he was open or he was set up for an open look, he would miss. And even though Paul George averaged 23 points in the first round against the Mavericks, it wasn't on the greatest efficiency. And even though he was slightly more efficient than Reggie Jackson and was more effective than Reggie Jackson on the defensive end, I would say that Reggie Jackson stepped up bigger in this 7-game series against the Mavericks than Paul George did, hitting numerous big shots to keep the Clippers alive. And Reggie Jackson in Game 6 had a huge game, scoring 25 points with 9 rebounds and 4 assists, and went 8 for 15 from the field and shot 3 for 7 from 3, while Paul George was busy shooting 6 for 15 from the field and 2 for 7 from 3. On the verge of elimination, and this is what Paul George does. And in Game 7, it wasn't any better with him shooting 5 for 15 from the field. It is solely because of Kawhi Leonard that the Clippers are not home right now. That man averaged 32 points on 60-40-90 shooting splits. Not 50-40-90, 60-40-90. Kawhi Leonard gave it his all in the first round versus the Mavericks, being effective on both ends of the court. He had multiple 40-point games in that series. He is exhausted, and it is time for Paul George to step up in this round 2 versus the Utah Jazz, the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. He needs to be knocking down his open looks and be more aggressive, demand the ball a lot more. Be who you are, be a superstar. And if the Clippers are not successful, you can expect the blame to go on nobody else but Paul George, because Kawhi Leonard is doing his part. From what I'm seeing, it just looks like he's lacking confidence for some reason. And for Luka to turn down your jersey swap should let you know the level of respect that he has for your game. And it is crystal clear that he thinks he's better than you, and I agree that he is. But that's not what's relevant. What's relevant is that the play of Paul George could cost the Clippers another playoff run once again. And the Utah Jazz are nothing to be played with. They are the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, and they have a very, very good team. So in the comment section, you let me know what you think about the matter. And that's pretty much it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And thank you for watching.